Good evening and welcome to the March 27th, 2025 meeting of the Yorktown Zoning Board of Appeals. My name is John Meisterich. I chair the board. With me tonight are Bill Gregory, Tony Tripodi. There's only three of us from the ZBA, and Nisreen, our assistant in the legal department. So our first order of business is to set up some administrative things. First is to approve the minutes from last month. I sent copies out. Are we good with the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the February minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And it's approved. So anyone here, there's only a few of us, it's new business. We have a meeting. You'll be coming back to the meeting on April 24th. We will set down some site visits on the new business, and our site visits will be on April 19th. We start at about 9:30 in the morning in the south end of town, and we go site by site up north. So by like 11, 12, we're usually done. And most of the time you don't have to be there, but if it's complicated or we ask to mark something or see something, we'll just, make sure. For that meeting, you'll have to send out mailings. The mailings are have to be sent between March 31st and April 9th. They're not certified. They're just a certificate of mailing, but we need those certificates back in the building department. They have to have those dates. And there's a few other things you need to do. Put a sign on the property, a signed affidavit, and a copy of what you are noticing to the neighbors. So Nisreen can definitely help you and answer any questions that you may have on that. Okay, so we're going to our agenda here for tonight, new business. The first item is winter. Don't think anyone's here on that. This is an application for a special use permit to allow a new chicken coop that requires the permit per section 300-81 of the town zoning code. So we'll set this down for a site visit, and I would like to ask Nisreen to just inform the applicant that the chicken coop has to be in the rear or side yard, and the plans that they have given us, it's in the front yard. So just try to get in touch with them on that. So again, I'll set this down for the site visit on April 19th.
April 19th.
And refer to the building department. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Ardolino, can you come up to the podium? This is a request on 2853 Hedwig Drive. This is a request for a zoning variance for a lot line change that will reduce the lot size of 2583 Hedwig from 20,009.069 square feet to 17,839.5835 square feet, and increase the lot size of 2845 Hedwig from 13,544 point something to 15,713.97 square feet. These properties are both located in the R120 zoning district. So can you state your name for the record and give us a little bit of why are we looking at this at this point?
Name is Jeffrey Ardolino, and the purpose for this variance is to add the property size to 2845 Hedwig from 2853 Hedwig in order to be able to fit in a two-car driveway and increase garden space.
So do you own both properties?
Correct.
Okay. So this is a bit complicated. We don't really have these too often. I guess we'd have to get the tax records and so forth to review. We definitely would set this down for a site visit. So if we can get all the records, the tax cards and everything, I think we would need that for the
You need
just
the
our
deeds and
review.
stuff, or no?
I don't think we need deeds, but tax
there-
records, building permits,
If there are,
anything.
if there are any building permits or variances that were granted in the past.
Okay.
And we can refer it out to, the building department and the planning department.
Right. Are you on septic or sewer there?
Septic, both properties.
And this reapportionment will not affect the septic systems of either property?
No,
So after you move the line, both septic systems will remain solely on the respective lots?
correct. Yeah, the surveys that were included with the package show the fields, and
Okay.
there's no impact.
Okay. So we have, okay.
Yeah, so the package went to the various boards
Right,
for us to
it's-
be here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't usually do a detailed review. We're just basically setting this for next month, a
Right.
public hearing. So I'll make a motion to set this down for a site visit on April 19th. Refer to the building department, refer to the planning department, and requested records. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Fanning? This is 3147 Old Yorktown Road, an application for a special use permit to allow a new chicken coop that requires a special use permit per 300-81 of the town zoning code. So I will set this down for a site visit on April 19th and refer to the building department
Mm-hmm.
and set it down for a public hearing on April 24th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Cruz, 2109 Allen Ave. This is an application to construct an addition that will require a front yard setback of 27.3 square feet, where 30 square feet. It says square feet, but it's actually just feet.
Oh.
So 27.3 feet, where 30 feet is required.
Correct.
So, just inform the applicant on this one, Nizreen, there's no plans or anything. They basically have to have a detailed building plan for us to approve a permit,
And
a
if we-
variance.
And if we can get that before we do the site visit?
Yeah,
Survey and plans.
Okay.
Thank you.
so I will set this down for a site visit on April 19th. Refer to the building department and set it for a public hearing on April 24th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Sorry.
Gower, 1798 French Hill Road. Application for a special use permit for renewal of an accessory apartment that requires a special permit per 300-38 of the code. I will refer this to the building department and no site visit. This will be handled administratively and set it for a public hearing on April 24th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Petrino, 1579 Summit Street. This is an application for a zoning variance to construct an addition of a storage room and replace a deck that will require a side yard variance of 9 feet where 12 feet is required per section 300-21 of the town zoning code. Again, this one has nothing in the file, so we gotta make sure we have building plans and surveys and everything, hopefully before our site visit. So I will set this one down for a site visit on April 19th. Refer to the building department and set it for a public hearing on April 24th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Geisler. Okay, 1804 Lawrence Road. This is an application for a special use permit to create a new accessory apartment that requires a special permit. Is that you? All right, you can come up. It's. So, this is a new special use permit for a new accessory apartment. what I'm gonna do is refer to the building department, because we do that on every application. But we also like to do a site visit for the new apartments, so I'll set that down for a site visit.
It's not constructed?
Well,
Just the
we'll
initial houses
we'll
there?
walk with the plans at the house to see where, the parking is, where the apartment is, to try to make some kind of judgment as to the impact to the neighborhood. So
Fine.
that's fine.
Great,
And if you're not gonna be there,
I'll be there.
all right. So we'll set that down for a site visit, refer to, building, and set it down for a public hearing on April 24th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we'll see you on April 19th.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Montenegro. This is 3388 Old Yorktown Road. An application for a special use permit to allow a new chicken coop that requires a special use permit per 300-81 of the town zoning code. So this is another one, Nisreen, that we reviewed the plans that were in there, and they have to be,
Behind.
30 feet off the property line.
Yeah, it just wasn't clear from the survey.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked like it just said greater than 10, but even that wasn't super duper
Okay.
clear.
I'll confirm
Yeah.
with them, yep.
So, I don't know that that's something we could do a variance on. If, in theory, I guess we could, so, in theory, but it would be much better if they, met the 30 feet.
Okay.
So I will set this down for a site visit on April 19th, a public hearing on April 24th, and refer to the building department. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So now we're moving on to our adjourned agenda and public hearings.
Adjourned.
Yeah, so I think everything that we had adjourned from last month continues to be adjourned. So we will just kind of skip over that. I can see nobody's here on these. And we have two public hearings tonight, and nobody's here to talk about them, I don't believe, but if they are, we will definitely talk to you. The first one is News Home. So this is a 2326 Crampon Road, an application for renewal of a special use permit for a professional office space per 300-76 of the town zoning code. The property is an R120. I made a slight error last month and called this administrative, but it's not administrative when we do a renewal of professional office space. That's just a semantic thing here. We just don't normally do a site visit or a detailed review. Do you think there's any memos on this?
There is.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did one.
There
And
is.
then there was a fire inspection.
I have one memo from the building department, Steve Frayetta, dated March 25th. This is an application for a special permit renewal for professional office in a R140 district per 300 of the zoning code, 300-76 of the zoning code. I've inspected this property with no violations found. I have no objections to the renewal of this special permit. So, given that input and the fact that we have nobody here to
And this
comment,
and this particular application has been
many years,
Oh, yes.
several years.
several years.
Yes.
So I will make a motion to grant the renewal of the special permit for a period of 3 years for 2326 Crampon Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Davis, 1770 Strawberry Road. This is an application for renewal of a special use permit for a daycare facility per section 300-52 of the town zoning code. Property is an R120 zone. look at the memos. We have a memo from Steve Frayetta, building inspector. This is an application for renewal of a special permit for the child care center. An inspection was made by the fire inspector on January 21st, 2025, and found no violations. I have no objections to granting a renewal for a special permit. No public comments on this one? So, given that we have the memo and no public comments, and this has been an ongoing daycare center again since many years when my children were small, I recall it. And that, I don't want to say how many years that is, but I'll make a motion to grant the renewal for a period of 3 years of the special permit for 1770 Strawberry Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So that one is granted. So that concludes most of our agenda. There's one other thing that I sent to the zoning board, which is a comments on a proposed law for the accessory dwelling units. We don't have to talk about it now. We talked about it very recently, 2 meetings ago.
Yeah.
But you feel free
We'll do
to
it.
review the actual
Yes.
proposed law and send it,
We'll probably-
any comments to me.
I'll send it to
And
you.
I'll consolidate them for input back to
Town
whoever
board.
asked for it, the
Town
town
board.
clerk. Yeah, town board, okay. Okay, so that concludes our meeting for tonight. Have a good spring and a good April, everyone, and we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.